Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, just when you thought it was going to get better over there at Marvel, well, the new Black Panther game that is coming out looks like it's going to be a pile of hot, steaming garbage, all infested with the Sweet Baby Inc. DEI nonsense, and the latest addition of that team, well, color us shocked there. They completely and totally hate gamers, the gaming community, and everything we stand for. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the next big disaster for Disney Marvel out there is going to be none other than its Black Panther game, and that is a hilarious thing to talk about because it's exactly what they deserve. And we love watching Disney Marvel burn hundreds of millions of dollars in games, and we love laughing, ridiculing, making fun of any of the weirdo psychopaths involved in Sweet Baby Inc. who recently completely and totally changed their website thinking that they would be able to hide their woke DEI initiatives. But guess what, boys and girls? The internet never forgets, and nothing is ever gone or erased from it. So we will remember your absolute abominations. We will label you as you properly deserve for every video game you touch out there, so everyone is aware what kind of hot garbage it will end up being and to avoid it at all costs. You, Sweet Baby Inc., are a cancer and a poison on the video game industry, and everyone involved with you and everyone that thinks like you should be ostracized and shamed out of good culture in every way, shape, or form. And that's exactly what we're going to help do today, as well as warn you to avoid this game at all possibilities. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already. Boys and girls, we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Let us know what you think about this. Does it surprise you at all that color us shocked there, a Disney Marvel video game, is deeply embedded with Sweet Baby Inc. DEI nonsense? Or were you actually hopeful for the Black Panther game because you missed T'Challa, even though they'll probably replace him with Shuri in this new upcoming game? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out all the links in the description down below. It really does make this go a long way. All right, from thatparkplace.com and our dear sweet John F. Trent. Senior writer for the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther game wants a shirt that claims most gamers are bigots. Oh, color us shocked there. As our dear sweet Hypnotic says, bigot army unite, because this is hilarious. And that's the best part. Like, these words don't mean anything anymore. They're so overused. They're so overdrawn out. They literally label anybody as a bigot or an ist or a phobe or any of that stuff just because we disagree with games. We can come out there and say the game is broken and busted, glitchy, and the story sucks, and your characters are ugly, and they'll go, you're just a racist, you're just a bigot, you hate women, and we're all like, no, we just want a good quality game that is visually appealing and isn't broken on literally the day it launches, i.e. Star Wars Outlaws, the $120 broken patch. Yeah, how do y'all feel about that one? Yeah, you're probably going to end up tanking Ubisoft, and I'm excited to see that. Alex Ray Correa, a senior writer on the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther game being developed by Cliffhanger Games, shared her desire for a t-shirt that claims most gamers are bigots. Color us shocked there. Correa made her desire known while responding to a post written by Kotaku senior editor, our good old Alyssa Mercante. Mercante wrote on X, I don't support all gamers. Most of you are bigots. Aren't I clever? Aren't I better than all of you? Aren't I superior? I'm the new hot thing, and you're all the old garbage, you bigots. Isn't she clever? By the way, that bull ring, I just literally want to just drag her around the barnyard like every time I see it. Ladies, stop putting those things in your faces. They make you look like cattle. Which, I guess considering the woke cult and the way they all step in line and actually think alike, I guess actually the bull ring's rather fitting because they literally are just cattle. As discovered by ex-user Mazralam, Correa responded by writing, need this on a shirt. And as Mazralam over here points out, this is terrible narrative director, senior writer for an EA game. That's right, Electronic Arts, ladies and gentlemen. Color us shocked there on that one. Mercante later attempted to justify the post by claiming it was a meme format. Oh, yes, it was just a joke. I was just kidding. I don't hate all of you out there. I don't hate actual video games. I didn't just do this job because I actually wanted to write about politics, but I wasn't good enough to actually do that, so I took the video game job instead so I could push my agenda. I'm just kidding, guys. I was just a meme. You guys spend all day online and can't recognize a meme format? Oh my God. Really? Mercante? I don't think so. I don't think so. And just like Sweet Baby Inc., after the year of backlash they've had, after disastrous dumpster fire of a bomb after bomb on game, they literally now have erased their website. Just like Alisa was going, it was just a joke. Yeah. Corey is the latest red flag for the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther game. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it gets worse. The game made headlines earlier this year when it was discovered that Cliffhanger Games hired former Sweet Baby Inc. employee Danny Lalonders, who admitted to discriminating against white people during a presentation for the Game Devs of Color Expo 2021. Seemed like it's always just one ethnicity that's targeted. It seems almost like they're anti-white. Now, if I'm mistaken, if I remember my basic, little dictionary definitions out there, I'm pretty sure discriminating on one race based solely on how they look is racism, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess even though they claim they're anti-racist, honestly, they're just racist against white people. Kind of fascinating how that goes. So in a presentation, Lalanders states, Validate has a team of people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. So you feel uncomfortable around white people? You feel uncomfortable around people that look different than you? Me thinks you might be the racist. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. Really? I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes it's hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay. But if it's really a microaggression, oh yeah, those aggressions you actually have to go out there and look for. You have to actually be a mind-washed, possessed by the spirit of the age member of the cult to even see, understand, or recognize them, which is why normal people out there, all the common sense folks, they're still the majority out there in the world, surprisingly enough, have completely and totally rejected. And no one wants to deal with that while you're trying to make a game that they love. Oh, you can't deal with people who look and think differently. Colorly shock there. And so, of course, she got backlash. I just stopped taking you all seriously when you start running. And this is where she admits she's a racist. And quite literally, it's very obvious, not only from the fact that she literally says it, but also, and this is who's in charge of the narrative behind the Black Panther game coming from Disney Marvel. How well do you think this game's going to work out? I just stopped taking y'all seriously when y'all start running around saying white people can experience racism because I did not suffer through 2020. Oh, the suffering. Those fiery but mostly peaceful protests that had a lot of people actually die. Yeah, that. Where a lot of people burned down a bunch of minority neighborhoods. Yeah. Y'all act like you weren't an ally to Black Lives Matter 4 years later. Nope, not around here. That literally money marketing, money laundering scheme. Most of us recognize that from the beginning. Posting that tired-ass screenshot of the Google definition of racism. I just don't care. Ha ha, says Riley Mann. So being appropriately called a racism is tiresome? Huh. You could try not being a racist. I know, strange concept. Constantly being accused of being a racist is a really tiring concept. Yeah, I'm a racist. So what? If you think, and here's where it gets really racist, if you think you can be racist to white people, you literally are. I didn't imply anything. Racism and prejudice are not the same thing. Oh, really? Racism is systematic. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is the video game industry's, it is culture's fault that racism exists. It's embedded into society. It's been embedded into the Western civilization. And it only goes in one direction, boys and girls. Despite all the progress we've made over the centuries in Western civilization of bringing equality and fairness, of Martin Luther King's dream of judging people on the content of their character and not the fucking color of their skin, was always the idea. It was always the intent. It's how I was raised But clearly you were raised in a different era. Clearly you were brainwashed into thinking about the Marxist ideas of power and conceptualism instead of the reality of that racism actually is. Not that it's some systematic institutional thing that only holds down minorities in the video game industry. That you've just been so oppressed because white people have controlled all of the levers of power. Tell that to Aunt Jemima, who, by the way, I've got right here, who you all tried to erase because it's racist to have a proud black woman who was successful on a bottle of syrup because she was lifted up by white people. Fuck you. Fuck Black Panthers. Fuck Black Marvel's Black Panther. I can't wait to watch this DEI infested, woke ideology, spirit of the age possessed, Sweet Baby Inc. controlled game do the exact same thing that Suicide Squad, the Justice League, Kills the Justice League has done. The exact same thing that Star Wars Outlaws has done. The exact same thing that Concord has done. And the exact same thing that Assassin's Creed Shadows will do. Everything that woke touches dies. It burns down to the ground. That's why we call it diversity, inclusion, and equity. Because those initials, that acronym is more accurate. Don't believe me? Look at all the sales numbers from any game that has had any kind of influence from Sweet Baby Inc. or any other DEI initiative. It has fallen flat and failed. It doesn't matter if it's Hollywood. It doesn't matter if it's the video game industry. It doesn't matter if it's fucking politics. The majority of the world out there rejects this nonsense, and they are finding out that faster than ever. Why else would Sweet Baby Inc. scrub their own website of all of their DEI initiatives? But guess what, Disney Marvel? Guess what, Marvel's Black Panther? The internet is forever, and we remember, and we will hold you accountable. After all, go woke, go broke.